Good morning, squids. Have you ever wondered if that triple kill in COD was from your innate skills or if it had something to do with that triple monster that you just chugged? Does caffeine make you better at games? And if it does, what is the right amount? Caffeine is a naturally occurring compound that's been shown to improve alertness, reduce pain levels, increase endurance. It does a lot of good things. A healthy adult could drink 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day with no adverse effects. I can't even see with this thing on. There's about 100 milligrams in 1 cup of black coffee. A can of normal Monster has about 100 milligrams of caffeine. I am doing my best to explain this, but I have had 0 caffeine today. Caffeine does have its drawbacks though. When you don't have enough caffeine or you suddenly cut it off, you lose alertness. It can lead to things like insomnia. It disrupts your sleep patterns. The DSM-5, a handbook that's used by psychologists to classify disorders, actually classifies caffeine withdrawal as a condition, not a full-blown disorder. Now, fair disclaimer, don't repeat any of these procedures that you are about to hear. This is for science. To test all of these shenanigans, we're going to be going back to Counter-Strike, and we're going to play 10 matches of arm race for each condition. First, with no caffeine, next with a little bit of caffeine, and then next with a lot of caffeine. At a little caffeine, approximately 150 milligrams, I'll actually be using a scoop of G Fuel. I just happen to like G Fuel, so we're going to try it out. And supposedly, there's no crash later after G Fuel, so we'll see about that. To test a lot of caffeine, I'll be taking 600 milligrams of caffeine in the form of 2 bangs. Now, before you start telling me that your Uncle John the zebra herder crushes 4 bangs a day and is totally okay, don't. 600 milligrams of caffeine is probably a lot for most people, where most people are drinking approximately 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. I'll put an average up here between males and females, but 600 milligrams a day would not be very common. Now with all that out of the way, let's get to testing so that I can get this over with, because I still haven't had any coffee today and nothing. Everything is a dream. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, my brain feels like a big fluffy cloud right now. The headaches are already like they're right here. They're right here. They're right there.
Good one.
Wow, that was actually a really good shot. I don't even know how I hit that. Nice, another long range shot for you. This is not going as bad as I thought. Like now that I'm kind of in the game, my focus feels a little bit better now. Almost like it has something to focus on. Still got the headaches, though. I can feel my reaction time not being super good either right now. Like, I should have picked up on him way sooner. It's like I know, like, I need to be picking up on a target sooner, but my body just refuses to obey me for some reason. So far, even though my brain is in a fog, I'm doing okay, and it seems like I'm right around that 1-ish KD that I'm usually at. I think I performed right around, like, right above, like a 1.0 kill to death ratio. I'm sorry, this is... it's like hard to speak what I'm thinking right now, think what I'm speaking. I'm really surprised that I performed seemingly okay, considering my brain is in such a fog, and I was feeling like I was slowed down, like I was trying to move my mouse and my hands through mud. I didn't think that not having caffeine would affect me this much, but then I think about it, I've probably had a cup of coffee every single day for years. So I guess it makes sense that my brain's like, hey, stop the 0 caffeine thing. You better stop that. There's just a huge, like, pressure headache that I've just had for this entire beginning of this video. And I would love a fresh cup of coffee, right? Like, I could really use one, something caffeinated right now. We're moving on to the caffeinated stage. Thank goodness. I don't know if the G Fuel cup actually makes it any better. I just like the size of it. G Fuel, what's in it? Caffeine, L-citrulline malate, taurine, bunch of stuff that you would find in normal energy drinks, plus a bunch of other stuff that I can't even really pronounce. But basically, it's got a bunch of stuff that gives you energy and gives you focus. Get a cup, get some G Fuel, pour it in, shake it up. Don't be a weirdo. And then you're on your way. All right, 1 little scoop. Give it a shake. And now give it a little taste. Amazing. It tastes just like a green apple. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we'll get back to the games. So with all that out of the way, we can tally it up. It looks like, estimated from what I was playing, I was at or around exactly a 10 KD, so I think a little bit less than our 0 caffeine run, which was honestly impressive. For the last condition, we've got 2 bangs. This is 1. We've got 2 bangs. Wow. And somehow these have 0 calories and 0 grams of sugar, and they basically taste like a soda. I don't know how they do it. They're so tasty. I've actually never had, this is a Miami Cola. Each of these have super creatine. I'm not even sure what that is. Ultra CoQ10, amino acids, and 300 grams of caffeine, the thing that we are most interested in. But it also has niacin. So niacin and caffeine together can lead to what's called a niacin rush or niacin flush, basically where your face starts turning red. And some people feel like it's a very intense itch on their face or their body. Some people really like that feeling for pre-workout. Basically, they'll crush 1 or 2 or 3 of these and they'll go and do a triple backflip and then they'll deadlift 5,000 pounds. Not that I know anything about weightlifting. It's time to actually drink these and get started. Oh. I thought it was going to explode on me. That's so weird. It almost tastes... I don't know, it almost tastes more like a Pepsi. Even has a warning on the back. Warning, too much caffeine may cause nervousness, irritability, sleeplessness, occasional rapid heartbeat. Not recommended by individuals 18 and under. 1 serving of Bang contains 300 milligrams of caffeine. Thanks for the warning, Bang. For the past few days of doing this testing, my stomach is not super happy with all the different kinds of caffeine that I'm intaking and all the various levels going from 0 to now 600. And that, as they say, ladies and gentlemen, is the first one. I don't know how well it shows up, but I feel like I'm already starting to flush a little bit. It's definitely whooshing in here. So I imagine in the next 5-10 minutes, we're going to be ready to go. I think I might do a little warm up while I'm drinking the second one, just that we can get the ball rolling a little bit. But I'm starting to feel pretty good. This is, I like this part of the test. I'm going to go ahead and crack open the second Bang and we'll get to work on it. Already feeling I'm already feeling a rush. Okay. All right. Tap fires, tap fires, tap fires. I am going to tap. I am a tapping machine. Tap, tap, tap. I can feel, I'm feeling good now. Ooh, we are in it to win it. Let's go. Yo, I'm ready for the real thing. I'm ready for the real thing to start now. Like, I'm starting to get like a fuzz in I feel like there's like a fuzziness in my brain going on. I am a Counter-Strike machine. I am a Counter-Strike machine. That's it. Okay. Now that I am full of caffeine and stuff, I'm ready to go. I can feel my character. I am an aiming machine. Come on, bullets in the gun, bullets in the gun. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna get it. Oh yeah! Yeah! Come on! Let's go! We are taking this team down. Let's go. Come on. I need more bullets. That's what I need. The only thing I need is more bullets. If I get just a little bit of peek. Come on out. Come on out. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on now. I'm spraying. I don't even care. I'm spraying. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where's that coming from? Where's that from? What are the bots even doing in here? Who are these guys? Come on, come on, come on. Respawn me faster. Respawn me faster. I'm okay. We're going to give him the old reach around. What is going on? I wish it could just respawn me a little faster. It would be good. We'd be super great. Now that we're a little more than halfway through, I think this is like the 7th or 8th match, I'm starting to feel a little bit of a downturn. Like, my focus is still good, but I'm not quite as... I'm not quite as fast as I was, and I don't feel like I have quite as much control as I did about, I don't know, halfway. Especially in the beginning, I was really, I mean, I was like... Ooh! That quick scope though, that was dirt nasty. That may have been the best, that might be the best shot of this entire thing. So we've tallied up all the numbers, and here's what we've got. No caffeine, I got a 1.42 kill to death ratio. Low caffeine, I got a 0.99 ratio. And high caffeine, I got a 1.36 kill to death ratio. What on earth is going on here? As a reference point, my lifetime ratio on CSGO is 1.13, but that actually contains mostly non-arms race games. Having no caffeine and scoring so high seems almost counterintuitive. My head was splitting and my focus was really bad without any caffeine, but once I started playing, it's almost like my focus got kind of like sucked into the game. Even though I felt sluggish, I was making some okay shots, and it seemed like I was playing okay. I was very much out of my comfort zone though, and once I was done with those matches, I was dying for a nap. Like, I needed sleep, I needed rest, I needed to lay down for a minute. But honestly, part of it is just luck of the draw. Like, you don't know who you're gonna get in a match. Now, low caffeine was equally interesting in the results department. I felt really, really good, especially in the beginning of those matches though, like even slightly above what I would consider baseline. But midway through, I started just dying in these really frustrating ways. And my mental game was way off. I think the results are explained by having the potential to do better, but I let myself get carried away by dumb deaths, and it just totally threw me off. This is also called going on tilt, and I know it's a poker term, but it also has to do with video games, like especially where you start to lose, it starts compounding and compounding. Like, you just start dying more and more and more, and you're making more and more frustrating mistakes, and it's a vicious spiral. That seems to be about the optimal place for me, somewhere between 150 to 300 milligrams of caffeine, especially for like session style gameplay, as I call it, where you only play for about 1 to 2 hours. You know, you hop on the Discord, you see who's playing, play a couple matches, have a good time, and then you get off. So it's very likely I will continue my 2 to 3 cups of coffee daily and keep on playing games. Now, for high caffeine, I think I played pretty well, but especially the first few matches, I felt Coco Loco bananas. Like, my focus was zero, don't get me wrong. Like, I was in Counter-Strike, okay? Yeah! Come on! Let's go! But I felt just over the top. Like, I felt too much energy. I actually ended up overcorrecting, like over-aiming on a lot of my flick shots, or I call them flick shots, but my attempt at a flick shot. And then about halfway through, things started tapering off. My scores started to take a nosedive. My energy was still pretty high, but I wasn't feeling in the zone anymore. But overall, I gained a lot of insight from these experiments, and I figured that it's not linearly tied into the amount of caffeine taken in versus game performance. There's a certain cutoff area. So the regular dose of 200 to 300 milligrams is probably fine for me, and I imagine it would probably be fine for a lot of people. But once you start scaling past there, just be careful. I also now know that taking 2 bangs at once will probably send you over the top and make you Coco Loco bananas crazy. So maybe only 1 bang a day, or a week. Probably shouldn't just drink these things too often at all. As for the lower levels of caffeine, gotta say I enjoyed the G Fuel. I felt good with it, I felt alert, and the one thing that I did notice that was a little bit different too, is that after I took the G Fuel and 2 or 3 hours later, I didn't really feel like a severe crash or anything. Like, I definitely felt much lower energy, like I dipped below what I would consider baseline, but I didn't feel super terrible. Now, on the receiving end of the bang, it's been several hours since the matches, and I'm definitely starting to dip below, and I would imagine in another couple hours, I'm just going to be conked out. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and hey, if you have any other video game or non-video game experiments that need to be tested, then please let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As we say here in the lab, the more scientists, the merrier. Until next time, this is Trying Brian, signing off.